G'day. Why didn't Aboriginal people ever invent the wheel? It's a question I get asked all the time. I always give the same answer. My ancestors, as someone from European descent, we didn't invent the wheel either. In fact, the wheel was invented in Mesopotamia, in what's modern-day Iraq, and that technology was borrowed, stolen, traded through wars and trade history throughout the world. Different places perfected it or changed it to their own necessity. Aboriginal people through this whole period remained isolated, and they came up with their own technology that suited their way of life. They created a system by intensively managing the land where they could harvest the bounty of fruits and vegetables, ground seed to make things like bread. In fact, they were the earliest bakers in the world. 17,000 years ago, Aboriginal people grinding seed to make bread. Came up with a lot of groundbreaking technology as far as human innovation goes. But did they ever need something like the wheel? We proliferated the wheel when the agricultural revolution started, and that meant that as a society we changed from being a collective group of people that worked together for the collective good. We made sure that there was enough food for everybody, that everybody was looked after, and we stopped doing that and we started proliferating more food than we could possibly eat, more food than we'd ever need, to then sell to others for individual wealth. Aboriginal people never come up with that concept of individual wealth. It was all about collective wealth. And I think the way the world's going today, we can learn a bit from that. Aboriginal people were always early adopters of new technology. I'll give you an example. This here, there's a stone spear tip. People have been making these for thousands of generations, but recently, glass came in. Aboriginal people found ways of using this new technology, this new good, for their worldview, their needs. Made this extraordinary glass spear tip. I found these in the bush over here. I'll put them back where I found them. Always important to leave that stuff where you find them. Aboriginal people were certainly early adopters of new technology, wherever it came in, like guns, for example. Look at Aboriginal people. As soon as guns came in, they became the best shooters in the buffalo days. And horses. Never seen a horse before. Within a generation, they were extraordinary horsemen, all the way through those cattle days, the old stockmen. But the system Aboriginal people perfected meant that huge numbers of happy, healthy people all had more than enough for what they needed, but this was a system that could have lasted forever. And the system we started during agricultural revolution and proliferation of humans, that can't go on forever. We're already taking too much. We can't go on growing as a population. I reckon there's a lot to be learned from this little piece of glass and from some lessons that the Aboriginal people throughout generations taught each other and could teach us. It's extraordinary stuff.